Let me just get right into it. Here are my top 10 tips to get better at copywriting and to be that 10K a month copywriter that I know all of you guys are capable of being. Tip number 1, guys, you have to have a deep-seated understanding of how to sell without selling. We see thousands and thousands of goddamn advertisements every day. We got all this stuff in our DMs. We go through, we see all these ads, we see billboards, we see, all this stuff. The fact of the matter is that people are sick and tired of being sold to, bro. It's so annoying. Getting sold to is the one thing that really affects me and annoys me, right? Because I remember I joined that 5K program that I told you guys about. And the first thing that they did when I was in there is try to upsell me, bro. Right? It grinded my gears. And I made a vow to myself, if I ever put some shit out, bro, I will not be that guy who's motherfucking upselling to people as soon as they buy from him, as soon as he invests his whole fucking paycheck and everything, all of his savings, and yet they want more money. And they were annoying about it too, bro. They were like, hey man, if you're really serious about this copywriting thing, you should buy this. I was like, fuck you. Right? As soon as people feel like you're trying to sell to them, it's going to create pushback. So not only are you going to lose the sale, you're also going to lose that relationship 100%. So understand how to sell without selling, right? Extremely important. Number 2 is to learn different copywriting structures and to really master copywriting structures, because a lot of people's copy is just words on a page. I'll be completely honest. They focus too much on using these, interesting words or trying to be funny or trying to be witty, when really it comes down to, if your structure is down, all the other stuff can be fixed easily. It's like, okay, change this little word here, change this flow here, and boom, 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 you got a good email. But if the words are good, but the structure's all messed up, you got the toppings, but the meat and potatoes, you got to change that shit up, bro. Also, just because you know some DIC, PAS, and HSO, it's like, doesn't really mean you know how to put them to work. And a lot of people know what they stand for, but they don't really know on a deeper level how to use them properly. It comes down to understanding the grand scheme of things. Okay, next up, if you want to get way better at writing copy, make more money as a copywriter, learn how to leverage AI. They can make your email so much more dynamic and also make your emails more interesting and help you make better emails faster. It's really fun because whenever I come up with a juicy line from AI, I'm like, I would honestly never think of it. I would never think of that analogy. I would never think of, that piece right there. I was just like, damn, that's fire. I got to put that in my email, right? Let's say I'm writing an email about, here are 3 things that help you on your copywriting journey. And I'm like, I go to ChatGPT or AI and I'm like, write me something, this and this about follow up, make it like this and that. Give them a little bit of context. I put in the correct prompt and I'm like, oh, that's fire. Put that one piece of my email and then my email is just way more dynamic. There's more stuff in there. Feels like multiple people wrote it. So it's very, very dynamic and it's so cool to write copy like that. Next is level 4. And some of you guys might have actually heard me talk about it before, but it's huge. Tyson is literally putting the money in your pocket right now, 100%. Guys, number 4, the 4th tip to getting better at copy is to develop an inner mentor. Oh my God, this one's huge. And it's the biggest reason now from going from a shitty copywriter to becoming a really good copywriter. It really just comes down to listening to your mentor a lot, listening to that same person over and over and over and over and over again, and really consuming a lot of their content. You are lucky and you have resources that I never fucking had access to, and it almost makes me fucking jealous. A small part of me feels guilty every time I put out some motherfucking shit of me like reviewing emails and stuff for free and stuff, because I'm like, fuck, I wish I had that shit so bad, and these guys have it so much easier than I had it. But hey, bro, that's kind of my goal too. Why was there not a Tyson before the Tyson? Because when I was doing copy, right, I had a mentor, right? He's really good at writing copy. He's really smart. He's really about his shit. But he don't got the energy that I got. You could change this and do a little bit different. Bro, it made me want to fall asleep every single time. You guys are able to go into resources, look at me reviewing this copy, reviewing all this other stuff, and hear me read it with enthusiasm, with energy to get you engaged and make it fun for everybody, from just listening to somebody review copy over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. That person's voice then gets in your head. Sometimes I'm writing copy and then I just think to myself, oh, my mentor would definitely say that. My mentor would say that's fluff. I can have him review my copy without him even needing to be there. It's like I literally take his brain and put it in my head, right? It's extremely valuable. And again, I've said it before, but guys, if you're not looking and paying attention to all of those motherfucking resources in there, you are severely putting yourself at a disadvantage, bro. Okay, next. The fifth way to get way better at copywriting: surround yourself with other copywriters who aren't just noobs. One of my biggest criticisms of Hustlers University was that it's just noobs reviewing noobs. In this community that you guys have here now, you're in here with other 10K a month copywriters. You're in here with other copywriters who are making 4 figures. There are a lot of good motherfucking copywriters in here. This is iron sharpens iron. You have a ton of people, bro, who have been at it for a long time. There are people in here who probably been doing copywriting longer than me. So if you put your stuff into the review, you best believe that you're actually going to get some pretty good reviews, because the people in here are also, listening to the way that I review things. They also have their inner mentor. It's almost like you're getting your stuff reviewed by me in real time, right? You need to be putting your stuff in the review channels consistently, right? You should be writing copy every single day and reviewing copy every single day. That's another part that almost nobody talks about. There's really 3 parts when it comes to mastering a skill. 1 is studying it, learning, taking in information. 2 is practicing it, doing it, getting it reviewed, asking other people how it is, feedback, right? Doing it. The 3rd that a lot of people overlook is teaching it, bro. Teaching it. Go to help other people who aren't at the position that you're at yet, and explain to them how they can get better. And then you get a better understanding of it. You don't know something until you're able to explain it to somebody else who doesn't know it. There's no arguing it. There's literally no arguing it. Okay, next, understand the concept of marketing, right? To give your copy context. A lot of people think that copywriting is just the words in advertising. It's so much more than just that. Because like I told you before, people hate to be sold to. So how do you sell to people who don't like to be sold to? Your copywriting should be something that people want to read and just kind of sells to them on the back end. And you have to understand marketing. So, are these warm leads or are these cold leads? Where do these leads come from? What's the next step in the leads funnel? By understanding the greater market theory and how it all works together, you're able to add context to your copy. And now it's not like, your client tells you, oh, well, I need an email that does this. I need an email that does this. Your client comes to you and they're like, okay, well, we need to move more people through the funnel. How do we do that? And you're like, okay, well, if I write this type of copy, then I can do that. That's how you start getting paid more. You're the guy who puts the copy into the context. You're not just the guy who writes the motherfucking emails. You're the guy who makes the goddamn money. So learn how to put your copy into context. The next one is big, man. You have to understand how to properly use imagery. I see people, they think they know how to do this, but they cannot do it. Oh yeah, I got my imagery down. I can write imagery. I'm the man. I know how to blah, blah, blah. Okay, here's what they do. The only imagery they do, right, or they think they know how to do, is to paint a picture of the dream state. And they do it in the most heavy-handed way possible. So what they do is they're like, imagine once you buy my product, you're gonna be ripped. You're gonna look in the mirror and have muscles bulging out of your shirt. And women they're just gonna hit you up all the time. You're gonna post a picture on Instagram, it's gonna get twice as many likes as you thought it would. And it's gonna feel amazing and blah, 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 blah. That is just lame as hell, bro. There's much more tactful ways that you can paint a picture and use imagery. For example, I have a YouTube video called Stop Sending 40 Emails a Day, right? So when I started off the video, I was like, yo, this is how I felt when I was sending 40 emails a day. It really didn't feel like I was making much progress. It felt like I was doing everything right, but yet the money wasn't there. Maybe this whole thing doesn't work. Maybe there are no clients out there. That's imagery because I'm painting you a picture of exactly how I felt. I'm reliving it instead of just recapping it. Those are some other ways that you can use imagery in your copy instead of just, painting a picture of the dream state out of nowhere, right? Where it's just mad corny. Next, okay, is to actually get inside the reader's head. I see this happen all the time, right? So I was reviewing a copy just the other day and the person was like, hey, do you feel like it's hard to lose weight? Do you feel like you've tried so many different ways to lose weight? If you tried all those different diets, but it's still not working? Like, bro, that sounds like every fucking weight loss thing I've ever heard in my life, bro. That's so fucking lame. How many times have you heard something like that? Whereas if you're really trying to get in their head, it would be more like, a lot of people have trouble losing weight despite, feeling like they're starving themselves or really working out actually genuinely hard. They do all of the genuine right things, but yet the moment they step on that scale, it doesn't reflect all of the hard work that they put in. And they feel like there's been God put some sort of curse on them to where no matter how hard they try, they're just destined to always be overweight and they just weren't meant to have a good body. So it leads to them giving up and to them turning to food as a comfort mechanism. And this is just a vicious cycle that far too many people suffer from. So by saying something like that, that's going to get inside someone's head. That's going to be like, holy shit, I thought I was the only person who really felt like that. And this dude really knows on a deeper level the struggle that I'm going through. He really, really knows. He really actually gets it. And when you show that you get their problem, they feel like you're the expert because you know exactly where they're at. So they're going to be looking to you as the authority of what to do next. And that's how you actually get inside their head and not just stay surface fucking level. Okay. And next is a quote that I would love to share to you guys by Pablo Picasso. And Pablo Picasso said that good artists copy and great artists steal. It's called motherfucking copywriting for a reason, baby. You're supposed to copy other people's writing. You feel me? Of course not word for word. Of course not steal it and motherfucking just take their email, copy, paste it into your email and send it out. But man, you have to analyze other people's copy and look at it on a deeper level of what it actually does. I take inspiration from copy that's not even close to in my niche, right? And really look at deeper at what they did. Okay, what did they do in this copy? Why did they write it like this? And what is the intention? I break it down, I take notes, and I'm like, okay, now how can I use that in my copy of business consulting? And when you're able to do that, man, you never run out of ideas. You never run out of new ways to stay interesting and write better copy. You'll always be able to expand your knowledge because you'll be able to take things from other people, use it as inspiration into what you're doing. Every single point that I just went through it goes deep into that, into the 4D Copywriting Academy. Before you guys were like, oh, this is the part where he shoves his course down our throat and his course. Guys, you get it for 3 days for free, okay? See if you like it or not, and then you can decide if you want to move forward. I'll tell you right now, it took me a long time and a lot of money and investment to learn how to really properly do these things on a deeper level. Right? It really did, just to be completely honest. So my goal with the 4D Copywriting Academy is to just cut your time in like a fraction of what it would really take you to learn this stuff. So you get to learn this stuff in the period of 90 days, whereas usually it's like it takes 6, 9, 12 months to really master all this stuff. Okay, so if you want to try it out, get it for free for 3 days. Try it out. If you don't like it, of course, don't worry about it. Right? There's no risk, but all reward. So I want to give you guys the tools to help you become better copywriters. You'll be what I would like to call a 1% copywriter. Probably less than 1% of copywriters really know what I just fucking told you, just to be completely honest. So there you go, guys.